Hey, good afternoon. It's Valerie Ling, clinical psychologist here on a Thursday afternoon. I have just finished my work day. Guess what starts tomorrow? A super duper long weekend. So very nicely, it brings me to my authentic sharing about my own burnout prevention strategy. I've come to the last R, the sixth R, and that is rest. How do you rest? How do you rest properly so that it actually has the benefits that you need? First of all, I have to say that when it comes to resting, you probably have your own scripts in your head and your relationships with rest. If you think back to when you were a kid, for example, when you were resting, when you were staying still, when you were actually doing something, well, when you were doing nothing, what got fed back to you? Were you given the impression that you were lazy? Were you given the impression that you weren't being diligent or industrious or faithful or responsible? And were you given the message that you actually needed to keep going? Or might you have had the kind of childhood where rest was something that everybody did? Siesta time was celebrated, 2 o'clock, and everybody's on the floor asleep. or did you come from the sort of background where holidays and vacations were just an everyday type of thing? You didn't even think about it. It always happened in December, or it always happened in April, or on the weekend. Our relationship with rest, by and large, will dictate how we actually approach our rest periods in our own personal life. So here's a couple of things that I'm going to be doing to rest over this weekend. I'm not going to say the standard things, no screens and all of that. What I'm going to say is that I will be thinking very intentionally on which parts of me need rest. Is it my mind? Is it my body? Is it certain relationships that I have that I've been working really hard at that maybe I need to have a rest from? Is it the way that I've been using my mind? I might have been doing more work-related things and I haven't really tapped into creative things. Is it certain aspects of my personality even that needs rest? Have I had a lot of social time or extroverted time and I haven't really had time to rest that for more introspection and reflection? There's all kinds of different parts and bits of ourselves that we can rest and rest thoroughly and rest properly. Short bursts through the day this weekend. Don't have too high of an expectation that you are going to be able to just take 36 hours of doing nothing, because maybe that will just make you feel like you're not being productive in your rest. Hey, isn't that interesting? Is there such a thing as being productive in your rest? Aim for little short bursts throughout the day, right? And when you rest, do it for at least 6 to 10 minutes. More if you can, but you can pat yourself and say on the back and say the job, well done if you've at least managed to stop and think intentionally about which part of you is resting and how you're actually resting. So that's my sixth R, is for rest. Stress plus rest equals growth. So the question really shouldn't be, do you want to rest? Although let's ask that and all of us will say yes. The deeper question behind it is, do you want to grow? Do you actually want to have enough energy, enough focus, and enough gumption within yourself to go to the next chapter? Well, if your answer is yes, then you need to rest. Have a great weekend.